3,000 years of darkness cloaked a terrible secret. It was not until 1922, in the Valley of the Kings, that archaeologist Howard Carter finally broke that silence. Behind a sealed door, they found not just
Good
gold,
heavens.
but an unanswered question.
Look at
What
that.
truly killed Pharaoh Tutankhamun? He was a mere boy king, ascending the throne after a period of upheaval. Tutankhamun strived to restore the empire's glory, but the crown hid a heartbreaking truth. Within his veins, royal blood was tainted by generations of incest. He was a frail king, burdened by congenital illnesses, including a severe foot deformity that required him to use a cane. This physical weakness was the prologue to tragedy. His death came suddenly. A terrible hunting accident occurred. His chariot overturned in the desert, and Tutankhamun was thrown. He survived, but with a complex fracture to his left thigh bone. This was an injury from which he would never recover. Inside the palace, infection spread. The wound began to necrotize. High fevers ravaged the young pharaoh. But it was not only illness that lurked. Two ambitious men were waiting in the shadows. There was Vizier I, who was always close to the pharaoh, like a shadow, and General Horemheb, with the ruthless glare of a man desperate for the throne. Queen Assassination was left in despair, sensing the danger closing in. And then, the night fell. Tutankhamun died at the age of 19. For decades, it was widely believed he was assassinated. But modern science has unveiled a more complicated truth. He was attacked by his own body. DNA tests indicated malignant malaria, and CT scans confirmed that the untended leg fracture led to a fatal infection. His death was a cruel combination of disease and accident. Yet, a natural death does not rule out conspiracy. Vizier A immediately seized control. The desperate queen attempted to send a secret letter pleading for a foreign prince to rule, as she would never take one of her own servants. But the letter was intercepted. Someone acted swiftly. A performed the burial rites for the pharaoh, a ritual reserved only for the successor. And Horemheb, who witnessed it all, waited for his moment. A few years later, Horemheb overthrew Ai and became pharaoh. He launched a ruthless campaign to destroy and remove every trace and name of Tutankhamun and his dynasty from the temple walls. He was to be erased from Egyptian history. This very act of attempted erasure, ironically, saved Tutankhamun's tomb. It was forgotten, buried beneath the sand, protecting its secret for 3 millennia. This young pharaoh died, not by some supernatural curse, but by the devastating intersection of illness, injury, and the brutal power struggles of those closest to him. Forever entombed in gold, his story remains an eternal reminder of the conspiracies sealed beneath the Egyptian desert sand.